Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers. This is my review, and for the Free Hammers review of Brighton 1, West Ham 1, that finished last night. As always, you know, I give it a few hours, I sleep on it, watch some of the other guys' reviews, Hammers Chat, West Ham Fan TV, etc. You know, to get a bit more perspective and see what other West Ham fans think. I think sometimes when you do a review straight after a match, you can be a bit raw, you know, and a bit too angry, and you know, you can make the wrong judgment and, you know, talk a little bit out of passion rather than, you know, actual thought about it and assessed it. But on that wasn't good enough last night. It really wasn't. The form has dipped at the wrong time. What is it? 1 win in 5 now. We're just not able to finish chances. Our set pieces sort of have dropped off. Decision making in the final third has just not been good enough in the last few weeks. The starting lineup, I was happy with the starting lineup. You know, sort of the starting lineup we've all been wanting for a few weeks. You know, big players back, Rice back, Ogbonna back in, Cresswell recovering from his dead leg, Bowen come in for Ben Rama. We just couldn't get anything going. It was just we was building up nicely until about that final third, and then the crosses were poor. When players got through, like Fornell's got through, instead of laying it off to another player who was close to him, he's took that bad touch, and just it's so frustrating. It's such a frustrating match last night, and it's getting like that. You know, the Everton game was very frustrating as well. It's just very deflated feeling. You know, top 4 was there a few weeks ago. You know, it was there for the taking. And some of the fixtures, you know, you couldn't have picked better fixtures really. But I don't know, we've lost that little bit of intensity. Obviously the injuries a few games ago didn't help. But the form's gone as well. You know, the form that we've had all season up to this point, you know, that have got us through games has gone. It's gone. It's just that little bit of luck, you know, in terms of the finishing, and you know, like for the Everton game with Soufal hitting the post, you know, early on in the season it might have gone in. The first half was, you know, just us figuring each other out. Obviously Basuma got booked quite early, which was good because he left like Lingard and that alone then to try and do something. But it was just, I don't know, it's so hard, you know, the passing was just awful. You know, Declan Rice back. I'm not going to dig him out too much, but you know, his passing was very wayward last night. You know, Lingard couldn't get anything going for himself. Antonio just kept drifting on the wing too much. Souček had like an header that just went wide. But that they played well. You know, they played some nice football. Defended well. That's one thing I thought, both teams defended quite well. Their goal came, Danny Welbeck, you know, of all players to put it in. They was 1-0 up, and it was quite late in the game then, wasn't it? About 82nd minute. And I was thinking, oh, here we go. It's going to be a real, like, damp squid now. You know, we're going to really just... the season's going to end on a real bad patch. And I've always said I'm wary of that, you know, because if you end the season well, you usually start a season well. If you end the season bad, you usually start a season bad. So, you know, these next 2 games are quite vital. We'll talk about that in a minute. But, obviously, the man, you know, the guy that, you know, is a Marmite player between the West Ham fans, you know, I've always been a fan. I've liked him. Ben Rama got his first goal for West Ham to equalise. Shame it wasn't the winner. And what a goal! What a wonderful goal! You know, no goalkeeper saving that, right in the top corner. Beautiful goal, beautiful finish. Very happy for him. You know, that's a weight off his mind now. You know, and hopefully in these last 2 games he might be able to get another one. You know, in a good pre-season now, and he'd be good to go for next season. But the big weight's gone now. You know, that big weight and a goal of that quality as well will help him wonders. You know. But the game did finish 1-1. Sorry if I sound really deflated, guys, and not much energy in this video, but it was a really really disappointing result yesterday. It really, really was. Moyes, they weren't pressing. We had no plan B. There was just, I don't know, nothing was working. Crosses wasn't working, decision making. There was that one with Fonel where the ball was played in. He tried to do some Rabona high flick in the air. Like, just bring it down, try something like that. We needed a goal at that point. It's like I say, Champions League's gone now, which is unfortunate. But again, listen, the fact that we're all sitting here, all West Ham fans, disappointed that we haven't got Champions League this year is, a credit to the team, who have done magnificently this year. And, we're not expected to finish there. And I don't want to sort of, paper over cracks, but we're not expected to finish there. We're not, to finish there is like a little bit of a project that you build up to. And the key thing now is to build on this for next season. Like I say, I don't want us to finish the season dampener now. There's 2 games. If we win them 2 games, we're in the Europa League. If we don't win them, we could finish as low as 8th, maybe even 9th, which would be disappointing. We would have took 8th and 9th at the start of the season. 100% we would have. But to finish there now would just be a real capitulation of, what has been a fantastic season, and you don't want it to finish like that. You want it, finish on the high now. Try and get 2 wins or 1 win and a draw, so we can take some positives out of that going into next season. You could see from the players they were really disappointed last night. But Europa League, you would have snapped your hand off of that. Europa League was probably the more attainable, thing. If you would have said at the beginning of the season, what would be a fantastic season for West Ham, it would have been, finishing in the top 10, top 8. And then if you said what would have been an unbelievable season, you'd be saying Europa League. And, what would be a dream season would have been Champions League. So, if we do get Europa League, it's an unbelievable season still. If we would have been given that at the start of the season, you would have took it all day long. The fact that we're not fighting relegation and the fact, that we were safe by mid-February is progress. And that's what we need to be aiming for next season as well. Get to safety by February so then you can have that little bit of fun, have this run that we've been doing between now and the end of the season. The squad needs padding. It really does. The lack of options for Dave to have a plan B are starting to tell now. The lack of a real, proven striker. And I'm not taking anything away from Antonio. He's been fantastic for 2 years. And the time he's been at West Ham, he has scored goals and he will go on and break Paulo Di Canio's record. But the fact, that we haven't got a striker, this is what gets you there. You need that striker that can get you 15 goals a season, a Danny Ings, a Calvert-Lewin, someone to just give you that little bit extra, that someone who doesn't think, someone who's not, not trying to do like what Fornals was doing or, trying to overplay it. It's good strikers is just bang, boom, goal. I'm going to leave it there, guys, because I'm absolutely rambling. And I wasn't really in the mood to make this video anyway, purely because it's so deflating. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Let me know what your opinions were of the game. If you've got any questions for us, Luke series this week, please drop them in the comments below. Thank you for all the support. As always, you guys are amazing. I love reading all the comments that you guys send. And I read them all because I give you all a love art. So I do take the time to read every single comment. Hit the like button as well. Really helps out the channel. And I just would like to give a little shout out to JP. He's close to 2,000 subscribers. I think he needs like 200. Be really nice for him to get there. He works really hard. Really, really good live streams and just a really nice guy. So if you guys could go and help him out and subscribe to him, that would be fantastic. But don't forget to tell your friends about us as well. We're close to 4,000. We're not that far away. We should hit it at some point. Until next time, guys. Come in your hands. Keep believing, maybe, for Europa League place. It's in our hands still, but we need to win these last 2 games now. We really, really do. Let me know what your predictions are for the next 2 games, guys. And let me know, where's it gone wrong in these last couple of games. Until next time, guys. Come on, you Irons. Let's go.